Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to your most probable, unless you're in a different part of the world, Monday, the 18th of September. How you doing? You doing good? Ready to learn? Do what has to be done to realize why you matter. Because that's what we're going to talk about today. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. I was like, what is that in my background? But it's my drink. Hello, hello, Mr. Grim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you are doing well. Having fun. Hey, Billy. I have made a mistake. This is out of shot. What did I do? There's a new update. And I don't know if that should be like that. Should it be like that? What did I do? How do I hide all this stuff? I don't like what I'm seeing. You're not seeing it. Good. Well, that's too high, isn't it? How's that? How's that? Is that too low? How's that? How's that? There's a new update to this software. So I was playing around and I tried to revert all my playing aroundness and something happened. Oh no, I think I made another mistake now. Let's stop that. Let's go back to that and see if we notice something. What have I done? What have I done? So we got this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't see anything wrong so far. Okay, maybe we didn't do anything wrong. So I'm going to go back to that and then see what I did. Look at that. Oh, hello there. Look at that. But who is it? It's not me anymore. Oh dear. What have I done? I don't think we'll go for that one. Oh. Well, that one. Yeah, we'll stop there. Great to have you here, Cheryl. Great to have you here, Med, as well. Hey, Mina. Great to have you back. Welcome. Mr. C and Mr. Sebastian are wonderful. Mr. C was with me, right next to me on the floor, and now he's gone into the sun. For there's no sun to be had here. Sebastian, I had him, I think everyone saw him on Friday, and then I had him for the weekend. Thank you for asking. Hey, you superstar. Great to have you here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, just They came out with an update today, and I just saw those little features. But this was, I wanted to be able to move or change this maybe in the future with the new update. They've done something cool, but I should not be playing around on stream. If that's one thing we've learned, we should not be playing on stream on the screen. I don't think I've seen the film. Oh dear. 11:06, unless you're not in England. Welcome to the stream. Hey Angela, great to have you back as well, all the way on Facebook. And that's okay. You can just relax and give yourself this opportunity to let go, to drift and dream. So you're not in England? Because I'm not late. Oh, I'm not late. So you're somewhere. So I hope you're all doing well, wherever you are in the world. I know we have people sometimes from Australia, England, a bit of Europe, America, Canada, sometimes Mexico, Asia we've had. I liked Copenhagen. How are you finding it? Have you seen all the bikes with the trolley on the front where they put the kids in? I don't think The Mermaid was that good. I'm sorry, Copenhagen. I was expecting something more. But I did like it, in general. I kind of went when it was a bit cold as well. I did. I worked half a day Sunday. Not much on Saturday. Right, but I spent about 3-4 hours working on Saturday, so almost a half day. Sunday, sorry. Awesome. I got a lot. I used to do a birthday message, but I don't do those anymore. I think because I've been away. I don't feel right pre-recording. I used to like doing them on my birthday. That was 10 years ago. It's been stormy everywhere, hasn't it? Not here. Been in England. I spoke to my brother last night and he said it had thunder and lightning. So maybe it's a Europe thing. England, Copenhagen thing, maybe. Or maybe just travelled with you from England. Who knows? I don't know. What is it? A meteorologist or something? Oh no. Yeah, but other than that, I didn't really do much. I watched some English football on both Saturday and Sunday. If only my team was good enough to be on TV, I would have watched them. But we did win. Okay. I had a pop in my ears again. Yeah, it might be the case. Well, in England, we don't really get too much thunder and lightning. It's only really in the summertime when it's kind of has the atmospheric stuff happening. I guess what? The heat, humidity meets the cold air. We don't really have thunder and lightning often. I loved it when I lived in Austin, Texas. And when I was in Florida. I had a little bit here, but not much. Nice. I do like the rain. I like to see the rain, but I like to see it go too. Just have it for a while. If I had a choice, and there's probably things which happen out there which can be done, but it would be like it rains at night, stops in the morning, has a bit of a cool fresh air in the morning, then it gets really warm, 75 degrees, or if you're in the other way around, about 22. And then it gets like more autumn weather, like a freshness in the like maybe a warm evening. We can alternate that on days. And then just repeat. Why doesn't technology just allow that? It means we get hydration everywhere. We get good weather everywhere. Unless you like cold weather. No. It's not cold. Like, I was having a conversation with someone that if I didn't live in California, I probably wouldn't be living in America, because I rate England's weather over most, if not all, the other states. It can be cold in the winter, but it's my cold. I've been in Boise, Idaho in the winter, and that was freezing to me, like biting cold. But in England, we only get like snow once, twice a year, if it even settles. It's just a little bit rainier, and it can be kind of more cloudy and gloomier at times, but like the spring is beautiful. The summer is really nice and warm. So it's just colder than San Diego. And I'd be saying the same thing if I lived in Spain. Hey Michelle, great to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So is that the Australia Football League Grand Final? Is it Aussie football or the English or American soccer kind? Okay, yeah. I like staying in hotels in general. Yeah, it's been really warm in England. Hey Suzanne, welcome to the stream. If you're here live, you might have liked it on another video, but if you're here, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's going to get really cold here. Ohio, 51 at 6 a.m. Not ready for winter. 51 degrees is, to me, cold. 60 degrees is cold for me. I don't know what that is in England. Or I should say Celsius. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's cold for me. But that's just me. I know some people who like cold weather. I'm not a cold weather person. I admire people who like the cold, because they're stronger than me for sure. Oh nice. That's cool. When I go back to England, I haven't done it for the last couple of times, but I usually stay at a hotel near Heathrow Airport. And I like that. I like staying in hotels. For a little bit. Yeah. Because you're in California, so you know. Okay. Easy on the real football. It is. I've never watched a game. I've seen clips, but it's kind of like rugby-ish in a way. English rugby-ish. I haven't. I've been to Tampa. Yes. I know what you meant. Wim Hof. I do like his breathing techniques. Has anyone ever done Wim Hof stuff? Promise you, you can, like, I expanded my ability to hold my breath by a good 75 seconds just by doing it in a couple of rounds. It's crazy cool. And me neither. I wouldn't either. It's like 10 degrees. Sheesh. 10 degrees. When I was in England, it was -7 in the last winter, and that was crazy cold. Yeah, the ice baths. It's a big thing though. Do you know what they say about that? If you're like, I don't want to do the ice baths, if you put your body, like a part of your body, in the same cold kind of temperature, it produces some of the same effects. So in other words, you could put your face in cold water, your hand in cold water, like freezing cold water, and it will produce the same good benefits. Not the exact same in success, I'm sure, but it kind of activates everything because it thinks the body's going into that kind of coldness. So know that. If you don't like the cold plunges, you can still get some benefit. I tend to have like a real warm shower and then real cold when I leave. And if you don't like that, just go hot, really cold, and then put it back to hot. Exactly. They did a good Vice documentary years ago on Wim Hof. There you go. That might do it. I don't know the mass size that you got to put in water, but I guess if it's really freezing, the body's going to send what it needs. But maybe a whole hand just in case. That's what I hear. That's what I heard. I think that's from Huberman, whatever his name is. Huberman? Who's all into that stuff? There we go. Probably double the size. That might do. Yeah, freezing is different, I guess. There we go. Huberman. Andrew Huberman. If you go, when I was living in Austin, I went to a place in Dallas, which was all these sauna kind of places, or like a big place. I think I said it on stream once. It's like the something palace, and you go there, and there was all these different kind of steam rooms, but they had this cold section where it's just like all being in a freezer almost, and that was really cool to stay in there a little bit. Huberman. I do apologize, Mr. Huberman. I hope you don't take offense, because I don't take offense when people call me Clow. when it's cluff, clow, or cluff, or cloth, or clue. It's cluff. So I don't take offense, and hope he doesn't, for that reason. There we go, that's our cold stuff done. That is true. You must be a good person. I do like hypnosis myself. Oh, nice. That's pretty awesome. Good luck to them. So we should probably get on with the show. Do you know what episode there's going to be? Do you know? As a number? What number? We're getting there. I know. Hypnosis stuff. There are lots of studies on hypnosis. Sometimes you got to be careful with some studies because it depends how they do it. Like, are they a trained hypnotist? Sometimes, not always. And also the kind of processes. But yeah, but there's been tons of hypnosis. Like, hypnosis goes way back. They used to, like, in Egypt have, like, the sleep tombs. They had, you know, it came from Anton Mesmer, which was, like, mesmerism. And then it changed into hypnosis. They used forms of hypnosis when before they had things like the, you know, always anesthetic to make you go to sleep and surgery. They used to do that, and they still do that for those who are allergic to anesthesia. I can't say it. Anesthetic, whatever it is. I'm allergic to saying that word. So lots of dentists have used it. I've trained up dentists to do so for pain management and nerves and anxiety, of course. But yeah, there's been lots of studies. The CIA have used it. With the likes of George Estabrooks. I think I showed one of his books on the stream before. It's like from 1960 or 50 or something. But yeah, there's lots of studies. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream again. I must apologize to someone on Instagram before we start. They replied to a story saying thank you, and rather than me hearting it and replying back, I deleted it. And I don't use Instagram, and I couldn't find how to find deleted messages. So if that was you, I do apologize. I just don't know how to reply it now, having deleted it. It's just easier when it's written out, right? So anesthesia, right? Anesthesia. Jeez. Anesthesia. Why make these complicated words? I know what, synesthesia? I know that one, synesthesia, so anesthesia. It can be profoundly effective. Dr. Milton Erickson brought it very much to the forefront of psychotherapy. You also had Dave Ellman, which was very much on the medical side with dentistry. And these are people who like really brought it to the forefront. So yeah, it's clinical psychologists do it for repressed emotion and memories. There we go, yeah. They're pretty long gone. Okay, we should start though, shouldn't we? That's where we're heading before we went into what hypnosis is about. And then we can have a chat after if you want to. If not, we'll just part ways and we'll see you on Wednesday. But let's get on to today's episode. It's going to be episode 870. So I'm going to turn down this music right here for a little bit. Yep, you are spot on. Did I say you were spot on? I thought I did. 870. Always great at remembering that. Actually, let's have some music. And now we're back. Now we'll turn to music. Oh, that was way too abrupt, but it's okay. Let's just go. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 870. Now, in today's episode, we're talking about why we, and you, specifically you, why you matter. There are going to be lots of people out there, especially because I know a lot of people who I work with, people who listen to my hypnosis sessions, my podcasts, all of those things. We can get stuck in the cycle of not mattering. Like, we just don't feel like what's of value about me. And we know there can be reasons as to why that happens, because maybe we were told that we didn't matter, or if you didn't achieve something, it meant you didn't matter, or you weren't enough, or you weren't worthy or deserving of love of some kind. So we have this external experience which can make us feel that way. And on the same notion, sometimes we can just come to that conclusion ourselves based on just general experiences. We just go, well, do I really matter? And what is my purpose? Well, what's the purpose of me being here? And I know that can be a very dark experience to be in. And you probably won't even believe me sometimes on this episode, or even some of my episodes, because I'm pretty much trying to get you to realize you do matter. And I know what it's like if someone says something which counters my belief. I'm more likely to dismiss, ignore, delete, and come up with reasons as to why that is not true. You see, if I don't matter, then I'm going to look for the evidence as to why that is the case. So the first starting point that we've got to get clear on is the source of information which is validating that belief to be true or not to be true. We're self-validating creatures. We look for the things which fit our narrative. And the narrative, as I said, can be created because of our past experience. So people have said things, done things, or just general experience in ourselves where we haven't matched a certain criteria of what success is, or if someone rejects us. All those types of things can lead us down that dark road of thinking we do not matter. So I understand that you may disregard a lot of what I'm going to be saying today. But if you'll bear with me, I like to think we can start to reframe it in a different perspective. Because if we're looking for just the data that proves the narrative, and I say things like narrative or mindset or belief or perception, because that perception or narrative is just your own. Like, we can't just buy into our only perception of self. It feels true. It feels painful at times when we go, I don't matter. But to simply dismiss and ignore other data, other knowledge or insight and information is not going to serve you. Like if you think of what scientists do, they try to look at things objectively. They try to, not all, they can, it's very hard to see things objectively, but they're always seeking new evidence, always testing and applying new ideas or whatever scientists do to figure out what is the truth, what is the reality. If they were so fixated that this is the only way and they ignored and deleted everything else, we wouldn't be where we are today. It takes someone to push up against their own belief systems in the same nature to go, look, is there another way of thinking about this? Could I at least suspend that limiting belief of I don't matter for a while to test something else, to at least try it on, even if it's hard? We have to assume that responsibility within ourselves to go, look, even though maybe people in my life believe I do not matter, even though there may be some people who believe I do matter, where they tell me every single day, yet I still don't believe it. Even if I just don't believe it in both sides of the equations, where people say I don't matter or people say I do matter, we need to go, is there another way that we can express, think, resolve, evolve, and just think about other things differently? Because when we do so, you're telling yourself you're open-minded, even though you don't believe it to be true. Like if I'm going to go in a conversation with someone, and I speak to a lot of different people with lots of different belief systems, and it could be around faith, it could be about religion, it could be about politics, it could be about ways of transforming. And if I go into that conversation just denying it, how am I ever meant to learn? Like I can disbelieve in someone's religious belief, for example, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't be listening and be open-minded. And I want us to treat the same or have the same perspective when it comes to ourselves, even if we hold on to that belief of not mattering. So how do we know, or how could we try on that we do matter? Well, to me, one of the things I think about a lot, the nature of me being in this world, this universe, makes this world and the universe uniquely different. The very nature of my consciousness makes the universe different, uniquely wise. And the same thing that goes for you. The fact that you are here, you are making the world, the universe, totally unique in experience. You see, there's no one specifically in every single way just like you. And to me, that means there's a meaning behind it. Even if we've gone through all the stuff, all the pain, all the darkness, I believe fundamentally, you being here makes the world uniquely different. And if we start from that place, we can start to go a little bit deeper. Because if there's no one like you, then even if a people are saying, look, you do not matter, or people are saying you do matter, maybe we get to just decide we do matter. And the thought I had about that today was, maybe we can be a blank canvas. Like, even though I've gone through all this trauma, maybe I start fresh today and I start to just have a blank canvas and go, where can I matter? Where can I start to bring my matter into existence? How can I use this in a way that's going to be creation, where I get to choose to make an impact today? And just say that to yourself. Maybe I get to choose that I matter. Maybe it's on me in a wonderful way that I get to now start fresh and go, even though people don't think I matter, today I decide I'm going to just be creative and just take the responsibility to go, do you know what? I'm going to do something different today. And you may start to realize there are times, let me ask you this question, in fact. Have you ever, in your whole existence, ever helped someone or something? No matter how big or small, have you ever helped someone or something? So it could be an animal, it could be a situation, it could be more people in a situation. Have you ever done anything that is kind, that has helped someone, whether they knew it or did not? But your nature of doing something, whether it be a word, whether it be a hug, whether it be doing something in that environment which changed the environment for that person or people. Now, if you can find even just one example, it mattered to that person, so therefore you matter in some way. Because without you being there, that wouldn't have an effect. You see, life is a chain of effects, of decisions, of acting and reacting with the internal and external world. And the fact that you have helped someone, and the chances are you've probably helped many people throughout your lifetime. So that means it's mattered for someone, and therefore you matter in some way because it had an effect. And you can't really deny that. Like, you might still believe to the core of you that I don't matter, but it's going to hopefully loosen aspects up that it did matter for someone else, and therefore you did matter in that moment, which helped someone, no matter how big or small. And the very nature of you listening to this, or watching this if you're on YouTube, must mean there's a part of you that believes there's something to be learned or to grow. Because you're here at this point, people who would just kind of switch off immediately. They wouldn't even take the time to listen to a hypnosis session or an audio on personal development like my own or other people's. You may have gone on a journey of trying to find the result for many, many years. Well, the nature of doing so must mean there's a part of you that wants to matter and knows, even if it's just 1%, there's a part of you that believes you do matter, and that is why you're listening to this. And like I said, the very nature that you are alive today, to me means you make the world completely unique and transformative by just being here. Have you ever loved someone? Have you ever given someone love? Once again, that must mean there's a level of matter right there. If you've ever brightened up someone's day, if you've ever taken care of someone, maybe you have a pet. If you don't, you don't. Maybe you have a child, maybe you have a friend. But if you were to look through the eyes, even if you had like a pet growing up, you don't have one now, have you ever considered looking through the eyes of the pet and how they see you? I read a while ago, because I have a dog and a cat, that when dogs just like, have you ever noticed them just stare at you? They just kind of stare at you. You kind of look around, they're staring at you. I heard that's the affection of them seeing the person, the parent that they love. So the very nature of a pet that you've helped or supported, or a child if you have a child, or if you've been in a relationship when there's been a child. In other words, you met someone and they have a child and you've supported in some way. If you were to look through their eyes, a partner, an employee, a boss, if you look through their eyes, what qualities and insights do they see in you? Even if you ignore them, even if you disregard them, the nature of them feeling that, the nature of them thinking that, must mean that you do matter. You may not matter for yourself, but in their eyes, you matter. And therefore, you have to matter. Like, you can deny it, you can disregard it, you can say that they're not thinking right, but it doesn't stop it existing. It doesn't stop that as a reality for someone. You have mattered in multiple people's or animals. It could be like just helping an animal, a fly, it could be literally anything. How can you not matter? How can that even be true? If you've ever brightened up someone's day, helped, loved, looked after even, helped someone in their environment, how can you not matter? And then you may ask yourself, what is evidence that I do matter? Like, is there something within me right now in my not mattering that I can shine a light on, where this darkness of not mattering becomes my instigator as to why I matter? And I'll give you a personal example, if that's okay. I felt like I didn't really matter. It wasn't like my predominant thing, but it was definitely a part of it, because I didn't believe I was good enough. I didn't feel like I mattered in other people's eyes, even though a part of me did feel I mattered, but there was that unconscious conflict there. And when I started to go, okay, I'm gonna let go of my stuff, the things which no longer serve me, even though for me it was hard, it was really crazy hard to do so, and things have changed right now, you can do it far quicker. And I went on that journey of trying to figure out the source of that partial not mattering, but the anxiety, the fear, and the dread. It caused me to go, do you know what? I do not want other people to feel the same way. So over the last few years specifically, I invest around 7 hours or so, maybe sometimes 8, 9 per week, to helping people for free in terms of the preparation, the recording, the going live, the editing, the service fees that I pay for just for the free stuff. And I don't say that to feel like I want anything back at all. So I'm not saying it for that reason, but what I'm saying is, it caused me to want to go on this journey to help people. So people did see there's another way. So maybe this defining moment where you define that you can be that blank canvas today, where you get to choose to matter, not based on what someone said. Like if you knew someone who you loved and someone else from the street just said, look, you don't matter at all, you'd probably fight for that person or your friend to go, of course you do matter, that's ridiculous, why would you ever take on someone else's beliefs? Or if social media made one of your friends feel like it didn't matter because they got those silly filters on and they're changing the way they look and they're going on these wonderful trips and all those kind of things, you'd probably go, that's just not real. Don't compare yourself to what people say or where people are. You'd probably say you are so special for uniquely being you. Like you're important to me and I'd never want you to feel that way. And the exact same way we've got to do for ourselves. To wake up and realize that we can start to do this for ourselves. That this could be the instigation of transformation, where the amount of the resistance we feel of not mattering can actually push us to go, I'm gonna just do so anyway. What if I just went for a week of looking for all the things of where I do matter? So someone in my group told me this kind of, so in my private group of my program, and I think the word was glimmering. Okay, so it's like the opposite of triggering, where triggering, you're like, oh, there's a trigger as to why I don't matter or why I feel anxiety. Or we start to change our shift of our awareness to a glimmer, where we're looking for the qualities, we're looking for the good things. It could be very, very small in the beginning. You might have even ignored them for a long time, but they've always been present. But we've disregarded them. Maybe it's time to look on the contrary of the trigger of the darkness and the not mattering, and look for the triggers as to where we do matter for ourselves, for other people. And I think when we do, you may begin to notice this momentum building, to suspend belief for a while and go, do you know what? I'm going to look for my qualities and my values, even if it's looking for other people's eyes, where I have mattered. I don't believe we're here for no reason. I just don't believe that to be true. I believe we can make, even if you don't believe that to be true, maybe let's conveniently think so for a while and go, maybe there is a reason that I'm going through this pain that can be something, can propel me to maybe making an impact. Sometimes you've got to do that first, to give selflessly, to be able to be and find more purpose in maybe just serving others. It's hard to find self-value solely by ourselves. But when we start to just be selfless, it becomes like a very ironic thing because we enjoy being selfless, right? We get feedback from helping people. It makes us feel good. So maybe going on a mission this week of just helping people or looking at things you can do to make an impact. Maybe go, I'm going to let go of this issue and I'm going to be an advocate. I'm going to be an ambassador for everyone I speak to, even in the business or just personally, where showing people where they do matter. Maybe that could be something that you choose to do today, where you actually use this pain and go on a mission to be an ambassador of overcoming it and showing people how they can too. It could be through words, it could be through literally anything. You could become like certified in helping people. All of these things. But start to be an ambassador for other people, and soon you'll start to be an ambassador for yourself as to why you do matter. Because I honestly feel like I do matter. I do matter. Not from ego, but because I want to be able to leave the world hopefully in a better place than I left it. Hopefully I can show people that even though I went through stuff, I can show them the equivalent of the, or not the equivalent, but the polar opposite of what is possible. That's my plan. Whether I'm doing it or whether I ever have tried or succeeded or I've failed at doing so, I'm going to still do my very, very best to do so. And that's why I don't mind doing the hours of the freeness every single week. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind working on the weekends because I believe there's something more to come from me. And I'm excited and curious to find out what the next steps will be. And I'm curious and excited what yours are going to be because of this. Because you're the only person who can be you. So maybe we get to decide who that you is going to be. Even if you don't believe it, maybe you start to come up with certain, I was going to say rules, but not rules, but standards that you're going to live up to today. Things that you're going to show up for. The things, even if it's hard and painful, you're going to show up and do the work anyway, because you know deep down there's something more of you to become. I always say I'm really, really happy I went through all the stuff that I went through. Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure I would not be doing what I'm doing today. So we've got to go through that contrasting experience to be able to see the other side of it. And you can help someone. It doesn't have to be on a big global level. It's a story that my dad has told for a long time, and you probably even may know the story, but it's about this, and there's variations of this story as well. But if you could imagine, there's a person on the beach, and there's all these, I can't even quite remember the animal now, but let me create a new variation. But on the beach, there are all these, like, I think it's starfish, kind of beached on the beach. And there's this old man just kind of one by one, just putting one back. And there's hundreds of them, thousands of them even. And there's a jogger going by. And as a jogger goes by, he stops and goes, "What are you doing? You're not really making a difference. So why even bother?" And then the jogger just goes on his jog. And in that moment, This man who was taking the starfish, putting into the water, back into the sea or the ocean, goes to each one. It mattered to you. Picks up another one, puts it back into the water. It mattered to you. You see, if you start to just say to yourself, I'm going to do the small things, then you are going to start to build up. And it doesn't have to be global. It can be just you doing good in the world. And I think when you do, you may realize, and it may take time, but you'll start to get to a place where you build your esteem through not actions of self, but by helping others. One starfish at a time, making a difference, because it does matter. And I'm sure maybe someone has helped you before as well, right? If someone has helped you, if someone's taken the time to help you, if someone's tried to do something for you, then you must matter as well, because why would someone ever have done that? Even if it's that one person, so small, they did it because they felt like you mattered. And to me, sometimes it's good to look through the eyes, or to at least consider that if they think it, they feel it and know it, maybe there can be some truth to being that way. So with that, on the next episode, we'll be doing a hypnosis session around mattering. So why you matter, kind of going into some of the things we said, but in a hypnotic way. And if you're a subscriber to the app, you will go ahead and get the sleep version of that as well. So if you're a subscriber to the app, you'll get the bonus sleep version, and of course the ad-free experience when you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you don't get the bonus or all the other kind of features of the app. You just get all the 870 episodes, but just with ads, and like you can still get all that stuff for free. But with that, I really look forward to speaking to you on the future episode, which will be all on the hypnosis session as to why you matter. Because I believe it. I totally believe that you can be destined for greatness, that you are loved, that you are seen, heard, and felt. And I just want the very, very best for you. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. Many thanks and goodbye. And welcome back from episode 870. I hope you enjoyed it. Michelle said that she won't be here on Wednesday, but back on Friday. No problems, my friend. We will miss you, but look forward to your return on Friday. Thank you, Angela. That's very kind of you. So pleased you got some value from that. And thank you, Superstar, as well as always. And thank you, Karen. And thank you, Mina. Oh, thank you. So kind. Appreciate that. We've got to stick together. I said the nature of you being here must mean that you matter. Even just on the stream or in the world or in the universe, I think about that a lot. The very nature of your physical matter being here must mean you matter in some way, because how could it have not happened, right? How could it not be that way? And if you believe in some form of creator, say like if you're of faith or religion or spirituality of some kind. Even I would go to say for atheists as well, the very nature of you being here to evolve to this level must mean you do matter in some way, because otherwise you wouldn't have be here right now. But if you go down the other, like the faith, spiritual, religious route, and you think there's some form of, I'm keeping it very generalized because there's so many different religions and faiths and spiritualities, but if there is a nature of something bigger than ourselves, it must mean that you do matter, otherwise you wouldn't have been created, whether it be through a god or from the stars, right? From the matter of the stars becoming human. You know you're from the stars. Did you know that? Because you are as well. Even if you're a faith, you're made of the stars, which makes you a superstar. And thank you, Cheryl. You are made from the stars, so you are a star. It's science, I tell you. I might be wrong, but I think we have to be. I think I'm right. So you're a superstar. So take that, you, if you didn't believe you mattered. Suns matter. They do. The fact that you are biological matter, how can you not matter? Because you are matter. It's the existence of you. Matter. You are made up of matter. Unless you're like a ghost. But if you're a ghost, you still have some form of a matter. Because you're seen, heard, or felt. Yeah. Born from the stars. So how can you not matter? I think you've got to matter, to be honest. So get to work on mattering that bit more. You get to matter today. What are you going to be mattering about? What are you going to be mattering about? No problems, my friend. We have just concluded the live podcast part of it. So we're almost finished up. We usually go for about an hour and a bit sometimes. But I think you may like that one. So check out the replay. After the stream, I didn't do Friday because I figured I'm going to have the Friday night off and then I'll do some of the work on Saturday. So I did work on Saturday again, actually. Because I did the editing for the podcast and the YouTube. But I did watching football, so that's okay. So it was kind of off. But anyway, what was I saying? Everything points towards the fact we do matter until you hit the society and family influence. Yeah, that can be a huge problem, right? That's the problem. Not for everyone, because it could be more friends or a teacher or whatever it is. But to just conclude our own self-value solely based, where it be society, or where it be family, or both, or a mixture of all the other things, is an interesting thought to challenge. So if we have everything points towards mattering, yet just these couple, and they're big, but they're like specific, why should we dismiss the everything else that is not the problem? It's a bit interesting, isn't it? I've heard that. And headbutts. You know the headbutts of a cat? That's when they love you. That's their kisses. I actually did reply a little bit later. It didn't work for me. But we'll see today. So with that, my friends, I will get on to the editing for Diane, because she might want to get the timestamps. So I'll get onto that as soon as I can. And unless you want to be a part of the countdown, it's just 10 minutes in and then the pre-show. What did we talk about? I can't even remember now. Weather, England weather. All sorts. You too, Michelle. Thank you, Cheryl and Dan. All in. That's the way. That is the way. Oh, we talked about ice bath, and I said that I heard you can put just like your hand in ice and it will still create the same physical response. But I'm not quite the scientist. But a scientist did say it. So I'm going to believe that scientist. Yes. Definitely. Be good on that one. Not sure if I said, but I had my eyes lasered once. And it was one of the best things I ever treated myself to. So with that, let's see who goes to the next stream or not, the other live stream. I think I've set it up, so we'll see. So thank you for all being here. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up on youtube.com/JosepHClough. That'd be wonderful. We got 20 thumbs up, so that's good. Appreciate that. So I'll put the screen on for a second and we'll see who moves over and who stays. Who moves over and who stays.